Jaquiz Rogers waiting on the kickoff, and here we go. The Saints a win away from being crowned NFC South champions. And out comes famous Jameis out of Florida State in his third year, the first overall pick.
Offseason. He has to get right for them to live up to their potential.
But he has lost his last 9 starts consecutively. They put it in the hands of Bobo Wilson. Got into it, and it cost Evans a 1-game suspension.
And I got to keep on. Today is Chris Godwin, a rookie out of Penn State.
First carry for Peyton Barber. He's been their primary ball handler the last couple of weeks.
Here we go.
They will give it to Barber again. That's a nice cut back to the inside. He's up close to midfield, and a late penalty flag comes flying from the secondary.
Peyton Barber's a nice story, isn't he? A college free agent out of Auburn.
Nose guard, defense. 5-yard penalty will be enforced from the end of the run. First down.
The thing he does really well is he fights for everything he can get. Pounding, grinding.
And some elusiveness there. You saw a cut to the right, a cut back to the left, slips inside down to the 42 after the penalty. Throws into double coverage there, and that was nearly intercepted by Manti Te'o. Sims checks into the backfield. The Buccaneers converting better than 40% on third down. And they will convert on third down here as the catch is made by Adam Humphries. And he steps out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Farnan handed to Barber, who checks back in, and he is met immediately at the line of scrimmage by Cameron Jordan. I know he's one of your favorite players in the league.
Means something to him. That's why I love that guy.
He's off to his third Pro Bowl, 8th play of this drive. And up into the air to go get it is Cameron Brate, the third-year tight end out of Harvard.
50 ball and will take contact and still make a catch.
Back to the ground in Barber. And he's to the 20-yard line. That'll be a gain of 2. Yamada wraps him up. Winston. And nearly had a second pass on this drive intercepted. It should have been by Ken Crawley. Tampa Bay thinking about touchdowns rather than kicking field goals when you're up against threes in this Saints offense. And it is a first down inside the 10-yard line. And that is Mike Evans. 12th play of this drive. Barber. Powerful running inside the 5, inside the 4, down to the 3-yard line. 2nd and goal for the Buccaneers. And not much Drew Brees can do standing on that sideline.
Express!
And across in front of the I formation, Barber looking for a hole, and is stood up, but the crowd will push him forward. And he'll be just inside the 1, it appears.
Wester.
14th play of the drive. And it is a touchdown by Peyton Barber. So the Buccaneers, heavy underdogs here today, march straight down the field. 14 plays capped off by the touchdown.
What you want to do is get everybody going this way, play the odds that they're going to run to the extra tight end. Wester. Right here, Wester does a good job of sealing just enough. And Barber always falling forward. Good surge by that Buccaneer offensive line as they run to the extra offensive tackle lined up at tight end Wester. What a drive. Balance. You hit them with run and pass, they don't know what's coming.
Patrick Murray with the point after. So on a day where the Saints have to win.
Probably an MVP candidate this year, Drew Brees.
Which, by the way, he has never won the league's most valuable player award. And this is Kamara, their outstanding rookie. And look out here. Kamara's off to the races. Across the 50. Inside the 30. And he will take it to the house. A touchdown. 106 yards for Alvin Kamara.
You set up double teams. You're going to have a double team right here. And you have a double team right here. When you have those double teams, that creates space and you get guys out of their coverage lanes. You got Patrick Murray has no shot, and Alvin Kamara is put Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Well, he would be right in that hunt with Kareem Hunt, of course, of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, you're right, yeah. Buccaneers get on defense, command a vice coverage or double team, which I'll explain when we see it.
Jaquiz Rogers is wrapped up at the 15-yard line. Good special teams play right there by Hill. That's a young man they've been talking a lot about, their number 3 quarterback, Taysom Hill out of BYU. Right, he is their number 3 quarterback. They hand it to Barber, who had a nice start here today. Is that ball loose on the ground? The Saints say it's a fumble. Barber already 9 rushing attempts in this game. They fake attempt, and they're looking down the field to Humphries, and he overthrew him by about 2 steps. That shoulder was re-injured. Good protection, and now Jameis will run it. And he's across the 35, and that is a Buccaneers first down. It's a season best 17-yard run for Jameis Winston. And back to the ground game, and Peyton Barber. Tell you, the guy who's a totally forgotten man around here. 2-time Pro Bowler Doug Martin signed that big deal a couple of years ago after a monster 2015. And it looked like a false start on the right guard, Evan Smith.
False start, number 62, offense. 5-yard penalty, still second down.
In the great 2015 throw on second down, and a catch made by Godwin. That's a rookie out of Penn State.
And the man coverage when you have that tight of press coverage in the slot.
Third down, Winston, a bullet to Humphries, and that is a first down.
Defensive coordinator Dennis Allen, they're going after PJ.
Like the pitch, they come back the other way, and it is intercepted by Marcus Williams, his 3rd interception of the year. There's that turnover bugaboo.
When there's no threat in the middle of the field, he does not have to get depth, so he can sit here and read the quarterback's eyes. And Marcus Williams does exactly that, seeing Mike Evans come across the field, has a great break on the ball.
Should they lose this game, a Carolina loss would make New Orleans divisional champions. So Drew Brees, in fact, career lows right now since becoming a Saint for Brees in yards and in touchdown passes. Although that's his main man, the second-year receiver, the former Ohio State Buckeye, Michael Thomas, is his 99th catch of this season. They pitch it to Kamara, shakes 1 tackle, and back to the line of scrimmage.
Pick the mind of Drew Brees. He does that all the time. That's why he's turning into a great one.
Brees to throw it, and this is Kamara, who had a monster game. The first matchup between these two teams had 152 yards from scrimmage. New Orleans 22nd in the league in 3rd down percentage. Great protection, and this will be a conversion easy for Kamara. He's inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line. Saints trying to take their first lead of the game, and it will be Kamara into the end zone. That was a Kamara drive after he returned to kickoff for a touchdown. Kamara.
When you can run from this far out, you got to give credit to these guys, because Kamara, on his way to the end zone, is untouched. I mean, if it's 2-hand touch, nothing. If it's flag football, they might have got him there to clear the way for Alvin Kamara with his 2nd score of the day.
And the point after by Will Lutz is good. What a start for this electrifying rookie out of Tennessee in a couple of those tackles.
Yeah. It'd take a tough pill to go outside.
14-7, Saints in front. Minnesota won its game. Or they could be all the way down to the number 5 seed. Throw down the middle of the field. And the catch, no. Evans simply dropped it, it looked like.
Dennis Allen.
You know, Delvin Breaux was the guy they were counting on, as Martin is level by Onyemata. 3rd down at 11. Buccaneers 5 of 5 on 3rd down. And Brate slips a tackle and will somersault into first down territory up close to the 37-yard line.
Lester checking in, Tom, extra tight end.
Very short yardage there.
I like to work the two-man game with Evans and Sims at the top of the screen.
Winston in trouble, and now he'll run it, and successfully so for a second time. He slid about a yard short of the first half. And we're set to begin the second quarter. 14-7. New Orleans in front. Doug Martin stuffed again at the line of scrimmage. Teo leads away. Punt for either team in the game today. And this is Brian Anger, who normally is very good at pinning teams inside their 20. And he'll do that here on the fair catch by Tommy Lee Lewis.
Cover down corner, man. Hard to find.
Mark Ingram, first time to start this drive. He'll get the football, and that's a gain of close to 3.
Standing draft.
Well, you know, it's an interesting story. A young man who grew up in Norcross, Georgia. And this is Kamara. And his journey just to get here. He initially committed, very highly recruited player out of Georgia, went to Alabama to play for Nick Saban, at least in the NFC. Kareem Hunt came in with more yards from scrimmage than Kamara, and this is Mark Ingram. And he's up to the 28-yard line and brings up second down.
Somebody to compare him to in the NFL, the type of position is Christian McCaffrey with the Panthers. The same type of guy, same type of position.
But McCaffrey, of course, came with a lot more hype, and rightfully so after a brilliant career at Stanford. Breeze and the Saints at their own 28-yard line. Looking around, and now down the field wide open, and he overthrew Ted Ginn Jr.
And Drew missed him, but almost if you get one hand on it, sometimes you lay out, you get two on it.
Won by Thomas Morstead, and this is Humphreys, a fair catch at the 25. Rabbit meeting a rabbit running on the ground. Bird.
Ball in the air.
Ball in the air.
Just
and
like
it's
this.
In the air on this one. And what a throw. The question is it a catch? And no. Swinging out to Barber. And he lunges forward, tries to get a first down. Boy, that's a great effort right there by Barber. He looks like he's about a yard short. They're going to throw it on 3rd and a yard. And Allen Cross the catch. And he's to the 45-yard line. How about that? For Mr. Cross, that's only his 5th catch this entire year. Many great players and young players around the league out for the season for a long time. This is Rodgers. And this really used to be Rodgers' game when he first came to the NFL, was as a receiving running back. He rarely ever catches a pass anymore. Here's some of the reports that Mike Mularkey, the head coach of the Tennessee Titans, that his job could be in jeopardy. I mean, when's the last time we were talking about Tennessee going into week 17?
For coaches, too.
Second down, and Winston, great protection. And what a throw that was. And making the catch is the rookie Godwin, and that is a Buccaneers first down to the Saints' 21-yard line. Pump fake one way, now looking to the end zone for Evans. And he shoved the defender Lattimore. They play the drive, they pitch it to Barber. And finds a little running room, and then runs through a tackler. Von Bell down to the 11-yard line. Peter Schrager. Wester, the extra offensive lineman, checks back in on 3rd and 2. Excellent blocking out in front of Barber, and he has a first down to the 7. 1st and goal, Buccaneers. Buccaneers needing a touchdown to tie it up. 7:18 to play until halftime. Great protection again for Winston. Now the pocket collapses, and he's dropped pretty much right at the line of scrimmage by Jordan. That will not be a sack. It's actually about a half-yard gain. As many turnovers as he has committed, he rarely ever turns it over down near the goal line, and Godwin is just short by maybe a foot.
New Orleans is challenging the ruling on the field of a completed pass.
So Sean Payton not buying into Godwin hanging onto that ball, and the process we hear so much about. And
I think this is a catch. I think Coach Payton's challenging that he didn't complete the process. He had control, both feet down. He had time to become a runner. And then he lunged for the goal line. The left arm was down. It looked like the ball was short of the goal line. I think they'll take a good hard look again.
The ruling on the field is confirmed. It is a catch.
It is a catch. Go ahead, Dean.
New Orleans will be charged with their first timeout of the first half.
For the Buccaneers, and again out of the I formation. They fake it, and Jameis will run it. And did he break the plane right there? It looked like he did, and he did. It's a touchdown. The signal was already given once he broke the plane with the football.
Before the ball comes out by Jameis Winston. The only thing I would like to see Craig Robertson do would be wrap his arms and try to strip that ball out of there, because he's a second man in, so Jameis doesn't have the ability to reach it out, and we'll see it cross the plane right there. Being brought back for another year is because his team hasn't quit on him. Playing hard.
And did he miss it? He missed the extra point. Can you believe that? That's the first PAT miss for Patrick Murray this year. Short kickoff, and up to the 30-yard line is Garrett Griffin.
Advance.
Thomas on the quick slant. That'll be a gain of 9 on first down for Michael Thomas.
Well, that's only the 12th offensive play run this half by the New Orleans Saints.
Gives to Zach Line, only his 7th carry of this entire season, and that one will pick up a first down up to the 45. Saints have 2 timeouts. They lost a 1 timeout on the challenge a moment ago. Breeze comes back the other way to Kamara and tiptoes along the sideline and has another first down to the 45-yard line.
Almost made it, but Alvin Kamara shows you what he can do in space.
Ingram, powerful running, and that is good enough for another first down to the 35-yard line. Very close to it anyway.
He had problems holding on to the football, and he's corrected that.
He's just going to throw it away. It's always fascinating talking to Peter Schrager about all these coaching rumors and things that are going on, might not be going on. Second down and just beyond the reach of Thomas. Third down coming up. Lutz has hit from 53 this year, so be right around his territory, but he didn't have to worry about that from that far anyway. Kamara's short of the first down at the 30. So this would be about a 48-yard field goal try coming up. 48-yard attempt. Snap. And they fake it, and Lutz is on the run, and he is not going to get there. Heads-up play made by Quan Alexander, denying Lutz the first down. Lutz had a nice year. He's only missed 5 field goals all season long. Winston, now with some time to work with, 2:28 to go, and the Buccaneers have all 3 timeouts remaining.
Automatically there.
Here we go.
9, Barber looking for first down, running room. He has it, but a penalty flag flies in from the secondary.
Holding, number 93, defense. 5-yard penalty added to the end of the run. First down.
All right, so we've reached a 2-minute warning, and the Buccaneers in business.
Because you trust your back end.
You know, the question is, though, can they overcome all these injuries they've had? Winston forever to throw, and now lofts it and underthrew his receiver who had his man beat, and Robertson comes up with a pick. And now the Saints with 2 timeouts left in 1:50 until halftime get the ball. And a quick drop by Kamara. First mistake he's made all day. So be Kamara, and maybe a yard. Brings up third down and 9. Down to 1:35 until halftime. Third down. Breeze lofts over the intended target, Josh Hill. So after getting the takeaway, it's 3 and out for Breeze and the Saints. Morstead straight up into the air, and Humphreys a fair catch at the 12. Well, halftime's around the corner. So Winston now lofts it down the sideline and incomplete, and Mike Evans is still trying to hang in there.
All the officials and what they like and don't like to call.
This is Charles Sims, and he's up to the 19. Looks like after taking that one shot, didn't work out. They're just going to let the clock run down, and now a timeout is called. When you lose your franchise quarterback, and Brissett's done some nice things, but when you lose your franchise guy, it's hard. Really hard.
Lanyap is what they like to say in Louisiana. A little extra.
Winston up to the 32-yard line. It'll be a second down and 5 for Winston and the Buccaneers. And down he goes in the arms of Cameron Jordan. He had 2 sacks in the first game against the Buccaneers this year.
For the first half, he was 7 of 13 for 86 yards.
This is Kamara up to the 32-yard line.
10 of 11 for 91% in that first half.
They give it to Ingram to begin the second half, and he hammers his way up to the 39-yard line. Ryan Ramczyk, rookie out of Wisconsin. Trying to get first down yardage is Ingram, and he's short of a first down. Let's
got him on the knee. It's tough duty.
They're down at a yard, and well, we'll see. I mean, he extended the ball out over what looked to be enough for a first down. So a first down for Breeze and the Saints. And now a quick strike and the reception made by Garrett Griffin. That's another injury-plagued position for these New Orleans Saints. Couple of tight ends already down. One for the year in Fleener.
Keep filling in guys, and they're doing a good job of maintaining what they started.
And you see most of those guys on defense. As there's Kamara, penalty flags litter the field. There's enough for a first down, but we'll see if it stands. Could they lose? They would need Carolina to lose.
Offense was not set prior to the snap. 5-yard penalty. It's still second down.
Carolina and Atlanta are just underway in the second half of a 7-7 game. As the 49ers are just laying it on the Rams, 20-6 so far. Breeze throws, and a catch made by Hill. And let's see where they spot it. He's about 2 yards short of a first down after that penalty. Breeze is sacked from behind, and a penalty flag comes in. Ryan Russell and McCoy both there. And I think this is going to be against New Orleans, so the sack will stand.
Holding, number 67, offense. The penalty is declined, 4th down.
Beckwith, the rookie from LSU.
Again will be Humphreys, and he's going to let it bounce. Ooh, that could be a mistake, cost him a few yards. 14-13 game. Buccaneers get the ball for the first time here in the second half. And maybe a yard for Peyton Barber. Once more wrapped up by Cameron Jordan.
Love the guy.
Jameis down the middle of the field, and that's Godwin up to the 30-yard line. And that'll be a first down for the Buccaneers.
He's going to be a good player. Good pickup by Jason Light.
Put it in the hands of Humphreys, and he is cut down, but a nice gain up to the 38-yard line. That'll be an 8-yard pickup. Well, they look like they have a screen set up, and now it blows up, and Winston will wisely just throw it into the ground. Wide open is Humphreys. And he's inside the 30 and all the way to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds at the 19.
Dennis Allen's defense.
43-yard gain. They fake the pitch. They come back the other way. Jameis throws incomplete. And he got chased by Cameron Jordan once more. Second down and 10. And getting up and falling down and then trying to make something out of nothing is Bobo Wilson. A loss of 4, now third down and 14. And Winston in trouble, avoids one sack. Now just throws it up to the end zone. And that is his second career interception in the red zone. He'd not thrown one since December of his rookie year. And we brought up earlier, he came in having turned the ball over 15 times this season, so now make it 18 times. Obviously, that's more than one per game. A lot more. The line is still at 7. Apparently, a scoring play in that game has been overturned because a moment ago, we saw the score and Atlanta had taken a 14-7 lead. There's that two-man game you were talking about, and there is a completion up to the 34-yard line to Michael Thomas and a first down for the Saints. For Thomas, that's now 3 receptions. He has caught at least 3 passes in every NFL game he has ever played in. And that ties Anquan Bolden.
Picks the brain of Drew Brees constantly.
Second down, and Brees steps up and is looking for Kamara, and what a throw and what a catch by Kamara. Down to the 25-yard line, he beat Levante David. Kamara, 5 receptions, 68 yards, is returned to kickoff for a touchdown. And dropped for a 1-yard loss is Ingram. That was David getting back behind the line of scrimmage to cut him down. Now it's Laribas at left guard. And Brees to throw it on second down is screened and blown up by Levante David. It is in his zip code, and of course nobody's in the same world with J.J. Watt. They put it in the hands again, and it's blown dead before it ever starts.
Ball start, number 16, offense. 5-yard penalty, still third down.
That's Brandon Coleman. I mean, he has seen his playing time shrivel down to next to nothing. Third and forever. And Brees hunting around. And it's caught by Ingram at the 30. And this one right down the middle. Beautifully done by Lutz. So that makes it a 4-point lead.
Kind of goes in that group, I'll tell you that, Tom.
Here comes Rodgers. And still no, it'll be Sims, I beg your pardon, up to close to the 30-yard line.
Loud down there, gives their defense an advantage.
And look, let's be honest about it as well. It's not to, it's not to say that Drew Brees can't win a game outside.
2009 when they wanted to get a great defense, but recently they've had to win shootouts.
Winston runs out of trouble and just nobody to throw it to. I mean, everybody's on the other side of the field. He's got receivers, and once he started rolling right, did not come to help him there.
Give your guys some help. Get them right here.
They're 11 of 13 on third down in the game, and they've converted again. That's a great route, a nice throw. Freddie Martino back alive and well for the Buccaneers, who spent most of the year on the practice squad.
Great job of helping Wester on Cam Jordan.
Wide receiver screen to Humphries. And again, he got some good blocking there by Mike Evans. And that'll be a gain of close to 8.
Here we go.
They hand it off to Barber, who cuts it to the outside, and penalty flags are everywhere. All that running around and only a pickup. It looked like, well, it was enough for a first down, but will it stand?
Holding, number 68, offense, 10-yard penalty, still second down.
That can actually be, in my opinion, the top 3 or 4 guy in this league. He's that good.
Second down, good protection this time, and he lays it off for Rodgers, who's up to the 42-yard line. That'll bring up third down. It's a third down and 8 for the Buccaneers, and Winston is sacked by Von Bell on the safety blitz, and they're calling it a sack. Now Anger on to punt. It's a 17-13 lead. That one nearly blocked. Remember, they blocked the punt for a touchdown the last time these teams met. And great special teams coverage, and the ball is loose. And it is a touchdown for the Buccaneers. Isaiah Johnson scored the touchdown. And it looked like Josh Robinson was the one who made the tackle and stripped it out of there. Isaiah Johnson, his alma mater, will play here tomorrow. South Carolina first-year player, scores a touchdown. And Dean Blandino, does that look like a
It's really close, but that ball was moving. I think it is a fumble.
Yeah, they just confirmed as soon as you just said that, Dean Blandino, so thank you. So the touchdown stands, and don't look now. And up to the 27, but there is a penalty flag down.
During the return, holding number 37 receiving team half the distance to the goal from the spot of the foul. First down.
All right, well, here we go. Now all of a sudden the Saints starting all the way back to their 5-yard line. How about that to get you out of trouble? Kamara all the way up. 13:35 to go. After the big run by Kamara, they're looking for a big pass play, and that's a dangerous play. Great coverage on Ted Ginn Jr. by the veteran Brent Grimes, 4-time Pro Bowler. They give it to Ingram, and he is spun down to the 30. Willie Clark in there on the stop, along with Levante David. That's Ingram standing alongside Breeze. And an easy first down for Ingram. Still on his feet. How about that power running and effort by Mark Ingram? They're going to hand it to Ingram. And maybe a 1-yard gain. It was good to see that David didn't get up and walk off the field. Fourth quarter is money time for Ingram. Look out. Ginn. Up to the 48, almost the 49, so another third down. The Bay. They have 20 total sacks, and they run it on third down and 3, and Ingram picks it up. Donald in there as well, and they hand it off on first down to Kamara, and a short gain. So here we are closing under 10:30 to play now. He's needed win to get in. Here comes a blitz. Breeze gets it away. And Michael Thomas down to the 25-yard line.
It's better in the business than Drew Brees at doing that.
They hand it off to Ted Ginn Jr., and that did not fool Tampa Bay. Beautifully defended by both Keith Tandy and Brent Grimes. Breeze dumps it off to Kamara, and he's inside the 10, first and goal, New Orleans to the 8-yard line. He has more receiving yards as a rookie running back than any player in the history of the league. And now he's carrying the ball inside the 5 down to the 2. That record was previously held by Terry Kirby. And it is a touchdown to Zach Line, his first receiving touchdown of the year. And the Saints march down the field, and with 7:07 to go, they have recaptured the lead.
Because he's lined up outside the offensive tackle. That tells you release. They're trying to pick. Watch Beckwith jumps inside here, and Zach Line just beats him in a foot race to the corner of the end zone. And Drew Brees with a half little roll, giving himself a clear path to throw the football.
So Line, his first overall touchdown of the year. Didn't have one rushing or receiving, and a point after is good. They're button heads in the NFC South.
That trade every day if you can get a 10-year starting offensive tackle, and that's what they have in Ryan Ramczyk.
For more on that, here's Peter Schrager.
Yeah, guys, I spoke with a couple GMs around the league about this rookie class.
It has been one tight game after one tight game after one tight game for the Buccaneers, and all of them have been losses. And now airing it out, and incomplete with an eye on Godwin. Great coverage down there by Crawley.
Change. Honorable solo D. Turnover change.
Not much of that last night. Beautiful balance displayed there by Humphries, and he stays on his feet to get a first down. First down for the Buccaneers. Been a good game for Humphries. He's a solid player. And the quick slant and the reception made by Evans. Boy, what coverage that was by Lattimore. The throw and the catch. Here's what need is a field goal to tie the game. But now they need a touchdown to to leapfrog the Saints.
Would make that tackle in one-on-one situation.
Fake it to Barber. This play hadn't worked all day where they faked that. And they miss an open Cameron Bray. They tried that play about 4 or 5 times, and for whatever reason, it has just simply not worked. It looked like Drake Kirkpatrick was screaming at the official that he got tackled by a Raven blocker there on that highlight. Movement along that line of scrimmage. Getting in the middle of that discussion as well.
Offside, number 94, defense unabated to the quarterback. 5 yards, second down.
Cameron Jordan is hot. Buccaneers with 4:58 to go on the move. And a catch is made by Godwin. He shakes a tackle, breaking free of Crowley, and he's all the way inside the 20. First down to the 24. And Godwin fell down. Got tangled up with Crawley. Winston. Now, if that's a better throw, that's a better call and a better play. That should have been first down to the 10-yard line. But they've had 3 interceptions thrown by Winston. He had another open receiver. Great's looking for a penalty flag. You get wrapped up so much in stats. So many people get wrapped up in stats and passing yards and fantasy. As here's a field goal try from 42 yards to make it a 1-point game. You have 4:31 to go, and the Saints playing it safe. Plenty of time in this game. Being only a 1-point game to start thinking about that quite yet, one would think. Because they are among the best second-half teams in the NFL. And they come right out. Like we said, they're not going to go conservative, but Ryan Smith lays a huge hit on Ted Ginn Jr. Play took virtually no time at all. And now the quick hit to Thomas. And he needed to get to the 35 for a first down. Let's see where they spot it.
About a yard short.
Two-score game for Carolina with 5.5 to go. Third down and less than a yard, and a first down run by Ingram.
Rarely does he fall sideways. Rarely does he fall backwards.
Every first down becomes so important now. How about that play? Beautifully done by William Golston. Standing up Ingram.
That is half a win when you're choosing to sit down Goff and Gurley. I mean, that's a win. I get it, but they shut her down.
And now Breeze down the field, and wide open is Ted Ginn Jr.
Yeah, down 19-10.
Yeah, now they could get Atlanta a win, but then you'd have to have Arizona and Seattle tie. And right now, that's a 1-point game with 9:34 to go.
Defensive tackle. And depth.
Kamara is run out of bounds, which will bring up a third down and long with 2:54 to go.
Off into the middle of the field for any in routes.
Here we go. 4-man rush. And for the first time all day, they get heavy pressure on Breeze, and he just doesn't. No, they're saying he's sacked. They're going to say he was in control by the defender, and that will send them all the way back to the 48-yard line. Wait. And if they take a 5-yard penalty, they don't care. They don't have to call a timeout to delay a game penalty. So, you know, they want to give their punter Morstead the best chance of pinning them deep, them being Tampa Bay. All their medical staff are checking everything out yesterday afternoon, so thanks to all. This will be down inside the 5. Drive begins inside the 5-yard line, and Winston, good protection, and should have been intercepted by Robertson, who has one already today.
They just had a great break on the football.
David is Mike Evans. 2 catches for 21 yards. And Winston was saying as he threw that ball. And a blitz coming. Winston gets it away. And broken up by Robertson trying to get to Evans. And that'll be a 3-and-out for the Buccaneers, and they're going to go for it.
You want to chip Cam Jordan right here. So he's a non-factor in the pout.
Winston, first down reception by Braid up to the 17-yard line. Clock continuing to run. So they convert on 4th and 10. And now Winston going to work, throws high, but the catch is made on the far side by Evans. And the clock will continue to run, 1:15 to go. Great protection and incomplete. Chanting that Crawley had made contact with Evans before the ball arrived. 3rd down and a yard. And a catch made up to the 35-yard line by Evans. And the clock will roll again. Winston fires. Beautiful throw. My, oh my, to Evans.
That's a dart.
First down. And incomplete. 32 seconds remain. 2nd down and 10. All day to throw. And then dumps it off. And that is a first down to the 39 to Humphries.
They'll attack the outside of the field.
Great protection again. And the sideline. It is a touchdown for Tampa Bay to Chris Godwin. And they're going to go for 2 undoubtedly. 9 seconds.
Crawley's decent coverage. Godwin is just running his takeoff right there. You see Crawley look back for the ball. When he looked back for the ball, Godwin was just able to pull ahead. And Jameis throws a perfect ball to Godwin, who's getting his shot to play because Deshaun Jackson's not playing, and he's taking the most of his opportunities.
Godwin, his first 100-yard receiving game. And it is a catch, or is it? It is by Evans. What a drive that was.
That's what we talked about. Jameis had a chance to start next year with this drive. What's he going to do? Is he going to lead his team to victory? Calm, poised, on target, not afraid to throw the tough 3 times in one year, especially a talented team like the Panthers. They'll be ready, though. Sean will have them ready.
All right, here's Kamara now. He needs to get down on the ground to give his team a chance for maybe one more play, but there's pitching it around. This is going to end the game. Or are they saying he was down?
He's down. 1 second.
He's down. And they will just concede this, or will they? They're going to give it to Thomas. He'll step out of bounds, and that's the game. But in less than 8 seconds from now, we're going to send you to Atlanta. The Saints are still going to be the NFC South champions. They lose today 31-24. Those guys are having a little fun. That's good stuff. For Chris Peelman, Peter Schrager, Tom Brenneman, Happy New Year, everybody. We send it to Joe Buck, Troy Aikman, and Aaron Andrews in Atlanta.